Have you ever watched another golf cart zoom past you on the course or street and wondered, what's their secret? Or maybe you've been frustrated by a battery that never seems to last the full round, or a cart that just feels sluggish no matter what you do. Well, today, I'm pulling back the curtain and sharing the golf cart performance hacks nobody tells you about. Whether you're a golfer, a fan of neighborhood cruising, or you just love working on your ride, these tips will change the way you think about your golf cart. Before we proceed, ensure you are subscribed and have notifications enabled so you don't miss new videos and updates. With that out of the way, let's dive in and unlock your cart's true potential. Battery upgrades. Let's start with the heart of your golf cart, the battery. Most stock carts come with heavy, old-school lead-acid batteries. They get the job done, but here's a secret. Swapping those out for lithium-ion batteries can completely transform your cart. Lithium batteries are much lighter, which means your cart accelerates faster and handles better. They also provide steady power all the way until they're nearly empty, so you won't feel your cart slowing down as the charge drops. Plus, lithium options last much longer, sometimes 5 times longer than lead acid, and they charge much faster. If you're comfortable with DIY projects, you can find conversion kits online, but just be sure your cart's controller and charger are compatible before making the switch. Motor and controller mods. Now, if you're craving even more speed and torque, look under the seat at your motor and controller. The controller is like your cart's brain, deciding how much power your motor gets. Upgrading to a higher amp controller unlocks more power, and when that's paired with a high-performance motor, you can see speeds of 25 to even 30 miles an hour on some models. But here's a word of caution. When you boost the power, you're asking more of every component, from the cables to the brakes. So, before you upgrade, make sure the rest of your system is up for the challenge. Adjusting the speed limiter. For a quick and sometimes free speed boost, consider the speed limiter. Many golf carts have a governor or a simple screw that holds back your top speed. Sometimes all it takes is turning a screw or reprogramming your controller, and suddenly your cart feels like a whole new machine. Just remember, pushing things too far can be dangerous if your suspension or brakes aren't built for higher speeds. Tires and wheels. It might surprise you, but swapping out your tires and wheels can have a big impact too. Larger diameter tires increase your top speed because each revolution covers more ground. Going just 2 to 4 inches larger than your stock wheels is usually safe, and you'll notice less rolling resistance if you opt for low-profile tires. Just stay within reason. Going too big can rob you of torque and put stress on your motor. Aerodynamics. When you're looking for every last bit of performance, don't overlook aerodynamics. Sure, golf carts aren't built for racing, but you can reduce drag by folding down the windshield or even removing it altogether. Some enthusiasts add rear spoilers for stability, or smooth out edges and add underbody panels to help airflow. These tweaks won't double your speed, but at higher speeds, every bit helps. Battery life hacks. Even with all these upgrades, your cart won't go far if your batteries aren't healthy. To keep them in top shape, always use the right charger and try to avoid both overcharging and letting the batteries run completely dead. If you have lead-acid batteries, make a habit of checking the water level and topping it off when needed. Just don't overfill. Clean terminals are also key, so keep an eye out for corrosion and clean it up with a mix of baking soda and water. Once a month, run an equalization charge to balance the cells, and if you're storing your cart for a while, make sure it's fully charged and disconnected from the charger. And if you do switch to lithium, make sure you have a good battery management system in place. Maximizing your range. Nothing kills the fun like running out of juice halfway through the day. To get the most from each charge, lighten your load by removing unnecessary seats or accessories. Make sure your tires are always at the recommended pressure, since underinflated tires create more drag. Try to drive smoothly, avoiding hard acceleration and sudden stops, and plan out your routes to stick to flatter terrain when you can. Upgrading to thicker, high-quality cables can also help, since they reduce resistance and overheating, letting more power reach your motor. Maintenance for longevity. Mods are exciting, but regular maintenance is what keeps your golf cart running for years. Grease all your moving parts, from the suspension to the wheel bearings, and check your brakes often. Clean the undercarriage regularly to prevent dirt and sand from wearing down your components, and always tighten bolts after off-roading or making upgrades. Don't forget about the wiring. Frayed or loose wires can cause all kinds of problems. Handling and ride quality. A comfortable, well-handling cart makes every ride more enjoyable. Upgrading your shocks or switching to coilovers can make a huge difference, especially if you ride on rough terrain. If you carry heavy loads, consider adding leaf or helper springs. Swapping out your seat cushions for memory foam or aftermarket options can make long rides much more comfortable, and a new steering wheel can give you better grip and control. Off-roading prep. If you plan to take your cart off the beaten path, you'll want to make a few changes. A lift kit gives you the clearance you need for rough terrain, while all-terrain or mud tires improve your grip. Protect your investment by adding skid plates to shield your battery and motor, and consider installing a light bar for early mornings or late nights. A winch can also be a lifesaver when you end up stuck in the mud. Street legal mods. Thinking about making your cart street legal? Each state and city has its own rules, but in most places you'll need headlights, tail lights, turn signals, and mirrors, both rear and side. A horn and seat belts are often required, along with reflectors. Some areas even mandate a speed limiter or governor. Always check your local laws before you hit the road, and remember that registration and insurance might also be required. Finally, safety first. No matter how you modify your cart, safety should always come first. If you're boosting your speed or adding power, upgrade your brakes to match. Buckle up every time, even in a golf cart, and always follow local laws about where and how fast you can drive. Don't overload your cart, and make sure everyone who drives it knows how to use all the new features safely. I get a lot of questions from viewers about these hacks, so let's clear up a few things. First, yes, modifying your cart often means voiding your warranty, so weigh the pros and cons before you start. Many upgrades, especially mechanical ones, are doable for most DIYers, but electrical work, especially at high voltages, is best left to the pros if you're not experienced. Costs vary widely. Battery swaps can run from $800 to $2,500. Motor and controller upgrades usually start at $500, and tires and wheels can be a couple $100. Most mods are reversible if you hang on to your original parts, but always check your local and HOA rules before making big changes. If these hacks helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more, and drop a comment telling me which mod you're most excited to try. Stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you on the next ride.